you went off for a period of time and you're coming back. Most people that do that, what I know that they do is probably rebrand, rename themselves, but you stuck with the name and then give us a banger and everybody's like, okay, Good Girl's not a good girl anymore. Why?
Yeah. Well, because I don't necessarily always approach things in a very direct way that like your mind would think, okay, it's supposed to go this way and this way. I always like to turn things upside down on their head. So now the thing is, since we're kids as girls, we always hear, be a good girl, be a good girl. You know, a girl has to play by the rules, a boy is a boy, but you have to do this. A girl can't dress this way, you can't say this, you're not allowed to be this ambitious, you know. Yeah, and I like to take something like that, the good girl phrase, and like the word that has been used to like as a way to control girls. I want to turn it and flip it on its head into like a symbol of power with the project. What I did on the project, the Sonics, what I'm saying is directly the opposite of what the name is. I want to do that so much that when you say that name, Good Girl, it doesn't have that notation of like the control we normally has. Yeah, a docile person that's like controllable. Like it doesn't have that feeling anymore. Like I want to change it so much that it's like upside down on his head. Yeah. Okay. While still being the symbol of that. Symbol of that rebellion. With the name. Yes.
Okay, that's actually very interesting for you, for someone who likes to flip things around. And I think that's what it's like a revolution. You're coming back with something, a force. You're like being a force that everybody needs to like stand for, be for. And it's actually interesting to hear. It's interesting to understand.
I just want people to see themselves in it. I want like a lot of people to gain their freedom and tap into like their power, you know.
Resonates with it, become one with it, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So you tweeted on X and you said something about some of the challenges you faced, some of the things that you've had to go through while you had to isolate for a period of time, and you're coming back right out now. And the reason why you're coming back is because you're coming back stronger, you're coming back better. Would you like to share some of those challenges with us?
Well, when I do something, I love to go all the way with things, and I always want the structure to be the way it should be. I always want the structure to be done right.
Okay.
So one of the things that I didn't have hooked in as well as I should is the business side. And for anyone to really make an impact in any field that they choose, the business and the structure has to be right. So I had to take a minute to get that right, you know, before coming out and actually doing things, you know, the right way that I need to.
Okay, so in doing the business right, you talked about also in your tweets, you talked about friends, you talked about family, you talked about close people.
Yes.
So when in doing the business right, are you saying these people didn't help you do the business right, or the people you expected to stand up for you were not the ones standing up for you? And in that sense, how were you able to come out of it? Have you made new friends? Obviously, you can't make new families, blood-related families, rather.
Oh well, but well, nowadays family is even it's more thicker than just like, oh, this person is like blood. Nowadays people find people outside like their family that they come from that they're even more solid with, that they do bigger things with. So everyone doesn't have the same story. That's what I believe. I believe everyone doesn't have the same story. And coming out, I already like didn't have the support of my family, so I already had to do a lot of things obviously by myself, because I had to believe in myself first, you know, before like anything else. So I've always like done stuff alone, you know, so like I kind of got like used to it, and it helped me like set up my mind and my view and my approach to relationships very differently and very and in a very unique way, because you know everybody's journey is different, like I said. So you need to like work things in a way that fits you. So it was just a matter of time, me building a community that was actually strong and that actually mattered, you know, and that was actually showing up for me as much as I was showing up for them. Yeah, you know. So Rome is never like built in a day.
Obviously.
Yeah, I knew that, and that whole period taught me patience. It taught me what loyalty is. It taught me what resilience is, and it taught me how to be focused and locked in on your vision, even when things are not perfect or rosy, or even when you don't have everything that you need, yeah. So I really learned so much in that time that made this period even way better than I could have imagined. Yeah, and it was like really worth it. Yeah, because good things take time.
Like good girl.
Yeah. Type.
Okay, so next question is, now that you've talked about family, you've talked about your challenges, let's talk about your music. You like this particular EP is focused on sonic sound. Is this the kind of sound that you want to be putting out all the time? Is your style, is this the kind of style that you want to focus on? Because obviously it sort of switches up from what we know from the R&B that you used to do.
Does it?
Somewhat.
Well, there is a twist, because what I wanted to do with this project is I was like, it's been a minute, like, since like I dropped music for the G's, my fans, the people that support me, and I'm like, you know what, I want to remind them of the feeling that they come to me for. I want to remind them of the feeling, of the energy that I bring to the game. And I'm like, and not just the game, but like their life. So I'm like, you know what, I want to remind them of that same feeling, and even introduce it to people that haven't heard me, because there's billions of people on earth, and like there's so many people I haven't reached yet, which is exciting. So I'm like, I want to give like the fans that reminder and do the sound that I've always done on records like Far Away, Early Momo, Bless Me, the R&B, obviously, Afrobeat, obviously. And I'm like, okay, you know what, I want to remind them of the feeling. I want to give them the same sound, but with just a little bit more spice and like fusion. So it's still Afrobeat, it's still R&B, it's still our stuff, but I wanted to remind them, but with a twist, with like more spice and with more of like this big energy that I'm coming with now.
Okay, so quick fun question before we listen to Giga by Good Girl Early. What's with the knife?
Girl, that's also me taking, obviously, you know how they always say women belong in the kitchen, women belong in the other room. The knife is like one of
you want to take
tools.
The knife to the other room?
No, I mean, like, you know how they say women belong in the kitchen, in the other room, like type,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so now the knife is like one of like the top symbols for the kitchen,
Yes.
And there's a lot that goes into that, but I don't want to go too deep. No, I don't want to go too deep. No, like cooking. Spoon. Girl, you get it now. You know how. No, but when you meet a man, the first thing he asks you is not if you can eat, is if you can cook. Girl. Let's be real. Let's be real. Has anyone ever asked, can you eat?
No, actually, it is. Can you cook?
Even your parents will be like, so I go to the husband's house.
Right.
So I feel like that's one of the symbols, like, of the kitchen, of like that place where women are expected to perform. And I want to take it and turn it into a play tool that I use as a sexy tool. But like I still like look at it as like a representation of my badness and the fact that I can really cause damage. So do not underestimate me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the symbol. That's the symbolism behind the knife. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does Giga mean?
The highest point.
The highest point.
Yeah, the top.
Okay, so Ibigiga, that's where you're going. Ibigiga. So, rapid fire question: what kind of food would you eat immediately after a session? That doesn't seem rapid.
Either something spicy or something sweet.
Like as spicy as you are. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing someone has said to you after this rebrand?
That they want to be my knife because of the way I hold it.
What?
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
Like that. Laughing.
You have 30 seconds to leave the house. What is the first thing you're grabbing? Your knife?
My phone, my knife, and
is there a knife
my
on
red
you?
eye.
Is there a knife on you?
No face, no case.
What's that one thing that you live by right now, aside from being a good girl?
What's one thing I what?
That you live by right now, that one line that you say to yourself every morning?
It's a swear word. I can't say it on air.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yep.
How do you describe your session to us? Like, okay, you're about to get into the studio, you want to record. Do you have to eat something spicy? Obviously, that's after the session. But before the session, what do you have to do? Is there a particular headspace that you have to be? Do I have to come and threaten you with a knife first before you can get inspiration?
Okay, so if you want to know if like I'm really locked in, like and loaded, when I walk in the studio, is if I come in with about 4 different liquids. Like if I come in with like 4 different liquids, then you know, oh damn, clear the room.
Okay, that's fair. What is that one thing you want to tell your fans today?
That I love them so much. Aww. And they should never give up. Guys, never give up. Even if everyone tells you that you're crazy, even if nobody sees your vision, even if nobody believes in you, never give up. And you know, don't ever let them underestimate you too, you know, so they don't see you coming, period.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, honestly, for coming into the studio. I had fun doing this, and I hope to see you again